First of all, Micky, thanks so much for joining us here on Astro Premier League. It's really nice to meet you. Now, it's been a better few weeks for you guys. The mood is up a little bit for a large part of the season, though. It's been tough, hasn't it? I mean, battling at the bottom, the changes in manager. But what has this season actually taught you that you can take into next season?
Obviously, the tough momentums also make you a better player, I would say, because the situation you had on the pitch was so difficult, and then you just need to make sure you keep playing well and just stay strong on your feet. And obviously, your confidence also not at the highest point when you play with the bottom team. So I think there's some just momentums where you can learn from what you can take into the new season, and that's especially the tough momentums you had this season.
I think it doesn't help with the injuries that you guys had to deal with as well, and then players out of form. It's frustrating for a player when you want to be good, you want to be there for your team, but just how do you make sense of your own form this season?
Also with ups and downs, I would say. Has been my best season, obviously. To be honest, body-wise, it has been a good season because I played almost every game, but performing-wise, I wouldn't say it's my best season. Obviously, it's been a tough season also because we play at the bottom right now. But yeah, that's the past now, and there's nothing I can change about that. So now we have 3 more games to play this season, and we're quite in the momentum now where we're doing really well. So hopefully I can keep also for the last 3 games of the season. I can play some good games and just keep the club in the league and go positive into next season.
You talk about the confidence, you talk about that belief, but when there's so much negativity around you guys, how do you keep that spirit up? Because we're seeing that spirit these last few weeks. So how do you maintain that when everything seems so bleak?
It was really tough, to be honest. You just need to try to block the noise from outside. That's really difficult because, to be honest, if you check on your phone on anything, it's always Spurs.
Yeah.
So even if West Ham wins, some they say Spurs is 1 down in the table. They don't even talk about West Ham's win or something. So it's really difficult to block all the noise, but that's just what you need to do every time when you come in here. You just need to try to improve and flip the coin to the other side where it's a positive momentum for us.
Was it a shock to you guys when you actually fell into that bottom 3? Obviously out of it now, but how much do you talk about the reality of it possibly happening, the worst possible happening?
Yeah, obviously you talk about it because you're in that momentum, but the moment when we dropped into it, it's not that the boys came into the dressing room like, we're in the bottom 3, and obviously everybody knew. Also when we were 14th or 15th, we just knew like, okay, we need to do better, we need to improve because this is not where Spurs belong. So from that momentum already we knew we needed to improve so much more than we did right now. So it was not a shock that we came into the bottom 3 because we saw.
So there was a reality. You know the reality of it.
Yeah, we knew the reality. Obviously, everyone knew about it, and everybody was like, "Oh, we need to do way better than this because this is not where we belong."
But there's a lot of people who are perhaps questioning the commitment of the players to these clubs as well. I mean, how do you respond internally to that when people start saying these things?
It completely doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't go in my head. Like obviously, it's so easy to say things when things are going in the wrong direction. It's so easy to say like, he doesn't matter for him, it doesn't matter for him, he's leaving next year. It just completely doesn't make sense for me to say these type of things because we just want the best for the club as well. Because it's also on us. If we relegate, it's also on us. Even if you relegate and you go away, it's also on the player. Like, but you're part of the team.
You have that mark in your record.
Exactly, and no one wants that mark. And everybody's just like, he doesn't matter. He does. Trust me, every player who steps on the pitch just wants to win a game and always give 100%. There's no player in the team, or I'm quite sure on other teams that are stepping on the pitch is like, for me, it doesn't matter what's going to happen today.
Well, every professional athlete always just wants to do the best. Nobody wants to, just sit down and relax when things are quite tough at the moment. But let's talk about your game. We know about your speed. We've seen it on the pitch. We've seen the numbers as well that you've recorded. But physical attributes change as you get a bit older, naturally as well. What do you do to try to ensure that aspect of your game is protected and lasts as long as possible, whether it be your training programs, your recovery?
Obviously, recovery is really important, and the things I need to do in the gym to stay fit and just make sure that everything keeps strong with as many games we need to play every year. It's especially the gym work I need to do and the recovery-wise, where I just need to make sure that my whole body feels strong and feels at the right momentum and feels at the right place, and that's just everything where I need to work on every day.
Right, because that speed is Very, very impressive, by the way. But let's talk about someone in your team, unfortunately, recently picked up an injury as well as Xavi Simons. And you know him from previously, you know him from quite a young age. What do you think parts of his game that the Premier League and Spurs fans haven't seen yet? That, you know, they could be excited about seeing?
I think Xavi showed his qualities many times on the pitch, what he can bring to the team. He's just a player who can just create something out of nowhere. He has just like this quality what not a lot of players have, that he just can create out of nowhere. Like when the game is like a bit dead, I would say, he's just this player that can out of nowhere create something, create a big chance, create a goal, give an assist. He's this type of player, and I think he hasn't played every game this season also with the former managers obviously, but I think what people can more see from him, I would say, because he's probably going to play more consistently after his injury, it's just that he can create, he can be a special player, he is a special player, and I think he's proven that a couple of times already, but he's going to do that way more often, I can promise you that.
Well, I think Spurs fans will be very, very excited to hear that. But let's talk about the manager, Roberto De Zerbi. He's doing amazing things right now. How is he different in comparison to the other two coaches you've had this term, in terms of trying to create that morale and also tactically as well on the pitch?
Tactically, I would say he is way more different because he likes to play way more with the ball than we did with the former managers. And he gives us so much confidence, he gives us so much trust that we can play like this, because we did it before already, especially under Ange. We played this football as well. He just gives us so much confidence that we are so good on the ball and that we can be every game we can be on top of the other team.
It's his trust to the players. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's the trust he gives us as well. Obviously, he came in a difficult moment as well, because we hadn't won for 4 months, I think, or 3 months. So obviously he came in a difficult situation as well, but the trust he gave us and so much confidence he gave us, and I think you can see now on the pitch as well, the players start to play and start to feel like the confidence
look
again
happier.
on the pitch. Yeah,
you look
exactly.
Happier. Yeah, that's the thing. Back in Netherlands though, your dad is quite a famous person now as a detective, and we've seen some of his TV appearances as well. So back home, who gets recognized more? Who gets stopped for photos more? Is it you?
No, it was always him, but it's not him anymore. Now it's me.
Now it's you.
Yeah, now it's me.
When you were younger, those moments happened. What was your? Was it a shock to you, or did you get used to it?
To be honest, I got used to it quite quickly. Yeah, I did. If we walk together and someone stopped him to talk to him, because he likes to talk as well, so I'm just walk off, because it's taking ages sometimes when he has to have a conversation with someone. So I just walk through, but no, I'm just get used to it quite quickly, to be honest.
Yeah, do you learn from him in the sense that obviously his job is also a very high-pressured job, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. I've learned a lot from him, especially on the mental aspect.
What has he taught you, and when during your tough times, is he a bit of a guidance for you?
Yeah. I speak a lot with him, especially off the pitch, because on the pitch I always say like, okay, leave the on-pitch stuff to me and the people around me.
He doesn't try to give you...
Nah, he doesn't give me, but off the pitch, like mental-wise, yeah, he helps me a lot, yeah.
All right, brilliant. Thank you so much, Vicky.